Hey guys, welcome back to the View Cryptos channel. Currently, the crypto prices, in my opinion, are a complete illusion. And most of the cryptocurrencies are undervalued. Not a financial advice, of course. And some people say, for example, that XLM can't hit $5 or XLM can't hit $10. Why? Well, because according to these people, the market cap of XLM is going to be too big. And the current market cap is this here, $7.5 billion. At a price per XLM of 33 cents. So to these people I can only say that, in my opinion, they are completely wrong, and I can show them this here. The USA national debt, almost $30 trillion. China, Japan, Germany, and yeah, you can see here the crazy printing of money that is going to continue, of course. And let's take a look at a tweet from XLM, the beast of Wall Street. He tweeted today in relation to this document from the World Economic Forum. And here you can see Stellar, the Stellar network. So let's take a look at the document, actually. Cryptocurrencies, a guide to getting started, Global Future Council on Cryptocurrencies, community paper, June 2021. Let's go to the part where Stellar is mentioned. Throughput and scalability, and here you can see also Algorand, Cardano, the XRP ledger, of course, also. The XRP ledger is a global open source public blockchain that focuses on payments as a use case. Solana and Stellar. The Stellar network. Stellar is a global public blockchain network built for interoperability between traditional and digital financial infrastructure, most notably for cross-border payments. Okay, so if the Stellar network is built for cross-border payments, and XLM is of course going to be used, and it is used as a bridge currency on the network, then in that case, do you think that price per XLM of $5 or $10 is going to be too high? I don't think so, actually, to be honest. I think that a price per XLM of $10 is going to be actually low if Stellar is going to be used as a global payment protocol. The people from the World Economic Forum have not just big influence, but they have also the talent to predict the future. And this is not the first document we see where Stellar and the XRP ledger are mentioned. And we also know that many central banks are currently looking into CBDCs, and two of the best blockchain networks for issuing CBDCs are actually the Stellar network and the XRP ledger. We also saw last year, I think, Danielle Dixon, she was talking on a online conference organized by the International Monetary Fund. She was talking about the Stellar network and how actually central banks can issue CBDCs on the Stellar network. So this is really huge, and central banks are definitely looking into the Stellar network and into the XRP ledger. We also know that Ripple is working with central banks to build a private ledger, which ledger is going to be actually connected with the public XRP ledger. We know that the Ukrainian government is working with the Stellar Development Foundation, and I'm sure that there are many things that we still don't know. And that's why I think the market cap of XLM is going to be much bigger, because in order for Stellar to be used as a global payment protocol, the price of XLM must be a lot higher than the current one. Okay, so let's continue with some additional information related to the Stellar network. Protocol 17 improvements. So Protocol 17 introduces a single new feature that opens up new possibilities for issuing regulated assets on the Stellar network. And this feature is called Asset Clawback. Asset Clawback is designed for businesses issuing regulated financial instruments such as money market funds, bonds, and equities. To comply with securities regulatory requirements in many jurisdictions, these issuers or their designated transfer agents must demonstrate the ability to revoke assets in certain situations, and this new feature allows them to do that. Issuers of clawback-enabled assets can take advantage of the feature to recover assets that have been fraudulently obtained, respond to regulatory actions, enable identity-proofed persons to recover an asset in the event of loss of key custody or theft. Clawback doesn't affect existing assets, balances, or accounts, and an issuer clearly designates an asset as clawback enabled when they issue it. So this is really important feature in my opinion, and the Stellar network is becoming more and more suitable for banks and financial institutions. It is clear. Let's continue with this tweet from Satoshi Pay. We have received R&D grant from Stellar to kickstart Pendulum development. Read the announcement and follow Pendulum chain for updates. And this is the Twitter account of Pendulum, unlocking smart contracts on Stellar. I think this is descriptive enough. Now let's continue with a publication from the European Central Bank. The international role of the euro. This is from June 2021. So here you see Christine Lagarde, and let's actually go to the part where they talk about CBDCs. Where was this? Okay, I think yes, here, why a CBDC matters for international currency status. The global appeal of a currency depends on fundamental economic forces, which digitalization is unlikely to alter. However, features specific to digital means of payment could ease international adoption of a CBDC. These specific features may combine to amplify positive feedback loops in the use of a CBDC as a means of payment and as a store of value. The availability of a CBDC could facilitate currency substitution and in third countries with unstable currencies and weak fundamentals. Finally, attention should be paid to the risks to stability that might arise if a central bank does not offer a digital currency. So here they're discussing actually why it is important for the central bank to implement CBDC. One concern could be a situation in which domestic and cross-border payments are dominated by non-domestic providers. So let's say the European Central Bank don't issue a CBDC, and China, you know that they already implemented their version of a CBDC, of a digital yuan. And can you imagine what is going to happen if Europeans start using China's CBDC more than the euro? Well, this is going to be, of course, catastrophic for the European Central Bank. Okay, let's continue. Including foreign tech giants potentially offering artificial currencies in the future. For example, Facebook and Libra, or the new name is DM now. Not only could this threaten the stability of the financial system, but individuals and merchants alike would be vulnerable to a small number of dominant providers with strong market power, and the ability of central banks to fulfill their monetary policy. The monetary policy is very, very important here. To fulfill their monetary policy mandate and role as lender of last resort would be affected. Issuing a CBDC would help to maintain the autonomy of domestic payment systems and the international use of a currency in a digital world. So this is why the implementation of CBDCs is inevitable, and of course they're not going to be able, in my opinion, the Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank, they are not going to be able to implement CBDCs without the help of private companies. And here I want to mention Ripple. And you know about this here. Ripple pilots a private ledger for central banks launching CBDCs, and also recently, this is from June 7th, a vision for federated sidechains on the XRP ledger. Really interesting article from David Schwartz. How it works. In order to understand the vision for federated sidechains, it is first important to define a federator, a piece of software that connects to at least two instances of the XRPL software. The federator software means anyone who wanted to could run a sidechain to the XRP ledger. On one side, the federator is connected to XRP ledger mainnet. On the other side, it connects to one or more sidechains. The federator would be run only by parties who operate validators on at least one sidechain. And here you see this picture. In the middle is the XRP ledger, and on the two sides, federators and sidechains. The vision is that each sidechain would function as its own blockchain. They would have their own ledger and transactions, just as the XRP ledger does. What makes them sidechains is the federation system, which allows XRP and issued tokens to move from one chain to another. Federated sidechains could use XRP as their primary asset. In that case, people could use the federation system to move XRP from XRPL to the sidechain. Then, the moved XRP could be used on the sidechain just as it is on the main chain. Anyone could move XRP from either chain to the other. Alternatively, sidechains could use their own native asset, so people with accounts on both ledgers could move XRP to and from the issued asset on the sidechain. And I'm imagining that a sidechain maybe would be a private ledger for the central banks. Maybe this could be a sidechain connected to the XRPL with a federator. So this is going to be really interesting to see if it happens. Advantages. With this software, anyone can choose to run a sidechain to the XRP ledger. For developers, it unlocks new use cases like native DeFi capabilities and smart contracts. Developers can also build and launch blockchain features that are baked into these sidechains. In the future, successful features could even be ported to the XRPL mainnet. And now let's talk a bit about the Cosmos Network and the Atom token. So let's take a look at this tweet from Rob Stack. June 17. Osmosis launch is the beginning of more utility for Atom. With Gravity DEX launch in early July, the Cosmos ecosystem is set to shine. Gravity Bridge is around the corner. Cosmos DeFi summer is coming and we have the chance to pick up more Atom at $12. Insane. Okay, another tweet here. 3 weeks until the launch of the Gravity DEX on the Cosmos Hub. This will usher in a new era not only for Atom and the Cosmos ecosystem, but for the entire blockchain space. There has never been a decentralized exchange so user-friendly, cheap and liquid. Hashtag Cosmos. And let's take a look here at this article about the vision for Osmosis. Actually, Osmosis is an automated market maker. So the advent of automated market makers brought forth a new wave of crypto economic utility and applications of bonding curves. Today, automated market makers have become such an integral part of blockchain's use case that it would be hard to imagine what the crypto space would look like without it. Enter Osmosis. So Osmosis is an advanced automated market maker protocol built using the Cosmos SDK that will allow developers to design, build and deploy their own customized automated market makers. How it works, we're excited to share our long-term vision for Osmosis and the features it aims to provide. A more detailed roadmap will be developed and released by the community at a future date, so designed for cross-chain assets. Osmosis is designed to be cross-chain native. It will have inter-blockchain communication protocol built in from day one, allowing it to connect to the entire ecosystem of Cosmos chains and their over $10 billion of native assets. After integrating native Cosmos assets, Osmosis will integrate with non-IBC enabled chains, including Ethereum-based ERC20s, using the Althea Gravity Bridge and a variety of chains, including Bitcoin-like chains and alternative smart contracting platforms by leveraging custom packs. Osmosis Liquidity Mining 101. Osmosis is an automated market maker protocol built for liquidity providers. Therefore, it should be governed and owned by liquidity providers. Over time, the largest allocation of Osmo tokens is set aside for liquidity incentives to reward liquidity providers for their contributions and give them an ownership stake in the future of the protocol. So, all in all, I'm really bullish on the Atom token. I really can't wait until July to see the Gravity DEX launching, but after all, we all have to wait until July. Okay guys, that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and share my videos. Hit the bell button. Be safe and see you next time.